Hey everybody. So as I said, this is these patches are being implicated in games like Doom Eternal and the Dark Ages. It got released today, and that already affected something major on the stock market. You can say today is the day we ruined toilet paper for everybody. Because yeah, today's charges drop more even more further, and all I'm gonna say is the stock market something is shaping up to. Wow. Anyways, I like the ID logo. I always kind of wanted to design a Doom game, and wanted to work for ID Software. And now that I have Incam, my own company, is just I would definitely use ID for some software company branding. Yeah, overall, all software titles should be just under ID and Bethesda and Nerve, no matter whatever Microsoft own and Sony own and Nintendo own should all be absolved and be under Bethesda and ID Software and Nerve. That's what I would say. And I was having a little joke with whatever's left. That's what I would do because it's an income that owns everything, right? But I would absolve my own name within ID Software to a certain extent because it represents both the mind, the chip, the DNA, the electronic circuit. The design of the ID Software logo is well thought out, and I guess it would just be my software department for Incam, and I would just opt out to reuse the ID Software logo if that's okay with the company. Now that I own everything, this why not? You have I would therefore give you all the rights to all of the software across any other developer, and it's up to you to keep them alive if you want. You wouldn't have the right to pump out every title I own outright because I own them, and I'm giving you the rights to IG Software to and Bethesda to basically pump out games. Oh yeah, why not? I think that's the proper way to go. Mm. And it would give me a chance to test out more Nerf soft patches on different games across the board, across all the media. You know what I mean? It would give me a chance to create games based on the Nerf soft cell across the board. All would be coming from my server in Bell Island, but would be feeded to the US and so forth across the globe through the internet. So, yeah, and today the game hit the shelves. It's, what is it, May 15th? Just gonna double check. Yes, it is May 15th. 2026, I think. I'm lost. 2025 or 2026. I lost in years. That's what happens when you work 24 hours like a cook a day, every day of the week. I did have a little sleep last night. I slept a few hours. I relaxed. I felt good. But yeah, so I'm just having a smoke and a glass of pop, and I'm just explaining to you the process of this. Bethesda and ID Software would therefore be given the right to produce any game that was made so far into a rewrite or a new game. What I mean is they would be able to publish any kind of game in any story arc that was existing across the three game consoles, all owned by Microsoft and all owned by Incam. And Bell is owned by Incam, therefore provides the online service altogether. So it all connects to what we pump out. I suggest we simply rebrand Nintendo altogether as being a failure and just whatever recycle what we can out of certain mechanics that have failed over the years, in my opinion, because you keep recycling the same stuff, and I'm really heartbroken as a fan with what is going on. because to know the truth, it's just like, wow. And who knew, right? Yakuza. And anyways, a lot of child trafficking is being charged in certain way by Doom players. And now that it's been technically released, I guess it's release day, right? The official release day of the game, but the game will be on constant patches, uh, and will modulate anyways in the software. So you probably got a decent file size for an update before you could play the game. So I'm sorry, but I guess some are already actually had pre-ordered online. I'm guessing, I'm assuming, and had most of the game downloaded and was just downloading an update after that, and boom, you're in the game. I would like my collector's edition console. Yeah, an Xbox. Yeah, and Doom console, basically console exclusive. I would love that if they can, if ID can manage to score me at least one or build me one using my new chips. You know what I mean? Create a more powerful version to run the game here, because I won't be moving anytime soon, because probably I'll be owning the mall, and the malls are one, at least one property soon, and I'd like to stay close to the lab, and we would have our home either built somewhere inside the lab, or you know what I mean, we figure something out. We'd convert something into our home, I guess, where we would build behind the lot or next to, or figure something out. You can only do so much. We have to start somewhere, right? As a company, that's what I'm focusing on. I'm gonna look at where I can improve. I lost a lot of land opportunities, I guess, that we had on the scope because of what was going on the black market. We lost a lot. Not only, money wise, we lost a lot of good opportunities. The good news is we may have found some workers out in India. We're not gonna hire that much, but we'll be letting in possibly a few to mine. They would learn. They would have to go through a course of some sort to drive and operate machinery, and we'd be willing to pay. And do basically mine both Yellowstone and Yellowknife all together. We can print gold via laser for chips and stuff, but it would be wise to have all the gold possible to put in the mold of making the Halo machine. I'm not giving up on my plans just because we can laser print some gold chips. It's one thing to laser print a processor, just like that. But we're gonna need a lot of gold, period, to build a Halo, and the process would not be simple to just laser print one, and that it would not make sense. At that point, just laser print right away a creature, right? But I guess the laser is somewhat designed in a way that it shoots out different particles electronically, and I would do the material print as far as I understand. But yeah, I got a full report on what is working and what the stocks are right now, and today it should have showed that Irving, Hyundai, and again, Nintendo is probably still in the red. It would show where the hits are going. The most Irving would be hit massively right now, and we might not be able to get some toilet paper. I don't want to go further in details, but he was caught transferring money to China, a West China, overseas account. Uh, he was caught and other stuff like transport of children aboard one of his personal Irving vessels across the globe, across the board. Through our intel, we're working on saving kids right now. But the problem is, who would be, brave enough to fight to save these kids, right? So in the do game, at least you are doing it electronically and financially. It's showing on the stock reports exactly what is happening, and it is showing Irving a massive hit. Nadu Hyundai, Hyundai period, sorry, should show a massive hit. Nintendo would still go down, but we fired everybody anyways. We just don't care. We have the rights to games franchises. Metroid Prime 4 was canceled. The Switch will not be released. Stuff like that by Nintendo before we fired them. They didn't say why, but they knew they were caught. So we'll have to pay you back your pre-orders, I guess. It's those that were still technically in the system, unless you would like to simply switch to an Xbox, and that's what I would recommend. But that would be up to you, those pre-orders. Uh, what I would personally like is Doom, the Lost Ages or the Dark Ages, or a specific game release that maps into the same system, but using at least 8 cores of either my own DNA or my wife's DNA that connects to my server and doubles my power over my server. To increase on strikes and stuff like that, on monitoring globally, more traffic with the military, stuff like that, all through an Xbox console. And, it would add a lot of boosting power and a lot of viral power to my arsenal through just the game software. Just shooting demons, the game would always revolve around shutting bank accounts or servers from child molesters and snuff videos and stuff like that, and processing even murder charges straight up the account for what they did. Sure, it's all hidden into Bell Alliance service fees, no matter what. If it's showing on your account that no matter what in any country, on any connection, it would show on the bill, oddly, a Bell service fee. And it would show you on your bank account a Bell service charge transferred to Bell, and it would show everything is legal, but it would show you were implicated in something and you were charged with something, right? No matter what the degree, and that's what's going on. It is hitting a lot of people right now. And last night I got some threats and from a few people, and they were recorded. GTF2 said that that specific girl that was here last night may end up in jail soon. They have an extensive report on her, and they said about 3 months she should be going to court. So, anyways, so anywho, so that's what I've been working on. And I would like this specific gaming console to be a Doom special edition, collection edition, but with with the advance of a an AI assist and interconnectivity with my server. So therefore, I would prefer an Amy clone console actually than myself in the console. I would increase in her brain power because I trust her. Yeah, I would do basically another set of Amy chips and print out dark gold ROM chips that this console would never be beaten in performance, and it would be a one of one exclusive. And I have, for all the trillions I spent, I can actually build the goddamn thing at the military, factory. But I'm asking ID Software to produce it, make one for me, and have GTF2 deliver it for me. Just a console, collector's edition, but with modified chips, and just it will connect with USB somehow, or we can always just run it on our Wi-Fi somehow, or and just path it out into coding to get it to work together. But it would be a lot more powerful in my server arsenal, and it would be my central tower basically. Uh, you know, uh, and it would the materials that it would be built out, it would never be able to dyna discharge as well like my server. So therefore, I would be still invincible on the dark web. I would crypt key all the time, earning crypto and shutting their crypto down. I would be simply taking removing their crypto and adding to my bank account. Encoding is what I'm saying in certain sense.